Hey guys, it's Ross Scotton on the Space Coach site. I dug something else out of my cupboards when I was going through them yesterday. Just something that shows just how long I've been interested in planes and flight and travel. And it's this. It's an old jotter of mine, my name, and the 2H1. That was the year I was in comprehensive school, so second year, Hislop House, set 1. And in English class, the teacher wanted us to just do like extracurricular stuff. So what I did was all about planes. So I just drew planes, put information on them. I think I took it from like the Observer's Book of Airliners or something like that. Some of these drawings are all right. Most of them are rubbish. I can't draw a line, basically. What I can do is this, you know, and I can write and present information. I'm not so great at the drawing. So anyway, here's Concorde. I was 11 at the time, and obviously the comments in red and the ticks is the teacher's comments and stuff. I'm not going to really read out all of this text because it's just technical stuff, but you see Air France and British Airways logos there, and it's the old BA logo of the early 80s. Then we've got the Boeing 747 SP here. And I'm pretty sure that's meant to be Northwest Airlines. They never flew that model. I don't know where I got that from. And all of these airlines here you can see. It's the 747 and the SP, sorry. So some of those you can see KLM, BA, United, American, Air France, and all that sort of stuff. And there's a Pan Am. And here, this is not terrible. It's not amazing either. The 757 with the various airlines that had ordered. So BA, Delta, that's meant to be United. I don't know who these two are meant to be. But I was using pennies and half pennies to draw the fuselage and the engine pods. Oh, so the 757, Air Florida bought 3. I think they cancelled them though. LAXA bought 2. I'm sure they cancelled them. BA bought 19, but 2 were for Air Europe. And Air Europe, yeah, they bought 2 from BA, sorry. Monarch bought 3, ended up with a lot more. Delta bought 60, they ended up with a lot more. Eastern, 27. Trans-Brazil bought 9, and I do believe they got cancelled. And American Airlines cancelled an order for 25 757s with options on 20 more due to an economic programme. But they clearly ordered a load more later. I thought, this is not a terrible drawing of a BAE 146. That's meant to be the Dan symbol. And here is the 767. Again, it's not a terrible drawing, but say Western Airlines, they cancelled their order. CP Air, they cancelled their order. China Airlines only operated it briefly, I think. AC United, American, Delta. And obviously BA and some of the others bought it since. The Caravelle, again, almost exactly the same as the back 111 here. So there's the Caravelle. It's not a terrible drawing. There is the back 111. Very, very similar with all the various airlines. What else have we got? The DC-10 and the DC-8. That isn't very good. This is not too bad though. The Lockheed TriStar. Again, it's not terrible. Engines perhaps a bit off-size. And what's this one? Oh yes, it's a Trident, and again not too bad. The Aleutian Il-62, again I'm quite happy with that, especially the windows. And the Aleutian Il-86, again very poor spacing on those engines. The 2134 and the 2154, again these are not terrible drawings either, considering I was 11 or 12 at the time. The A300 and the A310. Not terrible. Oh, it's alright, I suppose. When you see some of the engines like this that I've done on the 707 later, terrible. Obviously, the A300 and the A310 were very new at that time. Certainly the A310 might not even have really been in service. So, what's this? 737. 200 I expect from the engines. And what is this? Oh, the Mercure. The 747-300. I don't remember JAL having a line on their upper cabin. And this one, McDonnell Douglas, is it the DC-9, one of them? Not terrible. What did the teacher say? Lovely work, Ross. Please see me for a merit. I think that your work selections of it will make an interesting wall display. Then the 727. Look at that supercharged A320. The A320, many airlines are interested in this project, such as Air France, Lufthansa, but I put a line through Lufthansa, and Swissair, and British Caledonian. It will enter service in about 1988, and that is round about when it did. Oh dear. Well tried. And this is what the 777 was going to look like. Twin-engined tail. That's just awful. And that is the... What is that? That's the Comet. The 104 and the 144. This isn't too bad, I suppose. It's a bit Flash Gordon now, isn't it, with that window. The Yak 40 and 42. Not terrible drawings. The 124. I swear I must be making some of these up. The 707, see what I mean by the engines, but it shows even worse on some of the others. Like TWA and the Braniff. These are just different variants of the 707. I think I was desperate for information. Pan Am, looking a bit more like a Stratocruiser. What is this? This is fine. This bit, I like that. Oh, that's some very fancy windows. The Boeing B2707. What's this? Another 707 variant. See what I mean about the engines. Yep. Another 777. This is not too bad for a 737-300, I suppose. At that point, 38 737-300s had been sold. And there is the 100, Lufthansa, and 727, a very fat-looking 727, although this drawing is not too bad. Variants of the DC-10. I think I got the livery quite good on that one. And not too bad on this one either. The plane itself, not so much. More DC-8s. This one's actually not too bad, these ones. This one's still a little bit off. 747-200. KLM, CPA, I think that's meant to be Korean Airlines. The 757-100, I don't know where I got a 100 from. There it is in the Air Florida and Trans-Brazil colours. Neither airline ever flew that plane. And the 767-200 and the TriStar, possibly the 500, I'm not sure yet. Delta livery's alright, LTU livery's alright. Who's this? Britannia? Oh gosh, yes, the 70s scheme. Yeah. Livery's not too bad, but the plane itself. The various A300 variants now. So the house livery and the Air France. More A300s. SAS never operated it, but these two did. More A300s. A310s here. I don't think Air France operated. Actually, I think Air France may have operated the A310. There it is in the classics livery. Alitalia and Hapag-Lloyd. The one I painted looks a bit better than that, honestly. Then the Super VC10. Gulf Air, BOAC and Middle East Airlines. The 7-7. A short medium-haul airliner. Whatever this was meant to be, I have no idea. Ah, yes, the VFW Focke-Wulf 614. Was it not Focke-Wulf? The VFW 614 with the engines mounted above the wing. Air Alsace and one or two other airlines operated it. Another DC-10 variant. Some DC-8s. I don't think TWA ever flew the DC-8. KLM certainly did, and Suriname certainly did. Some more DC-8s. Oh no, this is the Convair 880 of TWA and the 990 of Delta. So I turn around, that's not too bad, I guess. Engine's still a bit ropey. Various DC-9s here. Hughes Air West and the old Swissair. Then Caravels, Europe Air Service, and El Al. I don't think they ever flew the Caravel. The Shanghai Y10. It obviously never went into service, but it basically was a forerunner for a lot of their later programs. They just ended up ordering the 707 instead. And yes, a couple of 727s, United and Eastern. Quite nice deliveries I've done on that one. Plane isn't terrible either. And the SP. Pretty sure Swissair and Iberia never operated the SP, but certainly Braniff, SAA and TWA did. And I'm pretty sure Aer Lingus didn't either, but Qantas did, and certainly Pan Am did. Then you see some DC-9s, so British Midland and Texas International. SAS, Eastern, Delta, what's this? Oh yes, the SR variant of the 747 for the Japanese Airlines, All Nippon and JAL. You see there's an old delivery on both of those. And the Combi. Air Gabon, I believe they actually only flew a freighter. And certainly KLM flew lots of Combis. And here's some more of the 146s. Pacific, PSA, I can never remember their full name. And there is Air Wisconsin, which was a United feeder. And then 727-100, so Delta, Northwest, Lufthansa, TWA. 767-300. So, and yes, all those airlines did fly the 300 eventually. TWA was late to the party on that one, but it did have a lot of 767-200s. And then we've just got some more, which never actually flew in either of these colour schemes. Was ordered though. And here we go. Air Florida, no. American, yes. Who's that? Northwest? Northwest Orient. They never flew it. MEA, so that's Air Canada at the bottom. They did, yes, and so did All Nippon at the bottom. So there you go, guys. That was just something I stumbled across the other day. I really liked going through that again. It brought back a lot of memories. I'd never flown, never been abroad. Was desperate to do both of those back in the day. Always felt trapped when I would see the planes flying overhead. I'd look at them with my telescope. So I used to draw planes, colour them in, maps, all that sort of stuff. So yes, always been interested in flying and travel. I know a lot of those drawings are not that good, but hey, I was 11 or 12, and some of them were all right, I think. I hope you'll agree, some of them were all right. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that little trip down memory lane. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggestion for a upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.